Hello, comic book junkies, it's the Frog Queen here, bringing you another comic book review. Of course, I'm bringing this to you with a slight nasally drawl as I'm just getting over a cold. But anyways, today I'm going to review issues 1 and 2 of Lucy Dreaming, created by Max Bemis and Michael Dialynas. Could be saying that last name wrong, we're not too sure. This is a 5-part mini-series published by Boom Studios, and you can get a copy of issue 2 in stores. Fair warning, this review does contain some spoilers. Lucy Dreaming is about bookworm Lucy, who just hates reality. She lives only in the escapism of her favorite novels. School is a wash for her, and adolescence is a giant joke. However, when Lucy falls asleep this time, she has a lucid dream about being Eleanor Fadar, the legendary war princess of yore. It's more science fiction than fantasy. However, this is no ordinary dream, and of course, super cynical Lucy is mocking the horrible cliches of this fantasy world. Although she is actually living her fantasy life, like in her books, she is unable to truly be a part of it, picking it to pieces and mocking her allies. However, this proves to be an important personality trait for Lucy's survival. So how is all this possible, you ask? Well, Lucy has some unusual parents. Although I put a spoiler warning in here, I don't want to spoil the plot in a really big way. Suffice it to say that Lucy's parents are kind of like well-meaning mad scientists who messed up a little, and you'll have to read issue 2 for that explanation. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm also not going to tell you anything about Lucy's other dreams, except that she falls into a different reality, or a different fantasy, I should say, full of different characters every time she falls asleep. Art-wise, Lucy Dreaming looks as though it's meant to appeal to teenage girls, which I always feel there's something kind of bizarre about men writing stories for teenage girls, although I think I would personally identify with super cynical Lucy as an adolescent. I don't know how drawn I would have been to this artwork as a teenager. I feel like I was always reaching out for something more adult and more mature looking. I was reading things like The Crow and very dark X-Men stories of that time, and although I can say that I really enjoy the artwork of this book today as an adult, I don't know how it would have appealed to a super doom and gloom Amy who was like 15. So I do think that this book would appeal more to kids between the ages of 10 to 15, with some mild wiggle room depending on the personality of the kid, of course. Now, I really love the colors used in the artwork, and I am glad that each character has distinct and different physical characteristics. So many great artists fall into that trap of not being able to create a completely different look for each character, and that can really muddy the visual storytelling process. A few other notes that make me focus on the age for this book is that it uses humorous sticky notes to cover any profanity or adult language, so you can safely give this to a 10-year-old and not feel that it's too inappropriate. However, you may have to explain that particular sticky note to your 10-year-old if they can pronounce intercourse, but most likely it'll just go unnoted. Another thing to note is there is a bit of gore, not too much. It really depends on your style of parenting. I know some parents who would not care about this particular scene, and I know some that would really care about it and would not allow their child to even see that. So that's something to note, but a lot of the gore is shown in very humorous style. Alien yellow and green ooze kind of blood, and aliens slowly ooze their blood and make some funny commentary about their state after they're, I guess, lasered. Despite all this, I still found it very funny, so I think most adults would enjoy this lighthearted adventure just as much as any child. Well, I think that does it for this review. If you've read Lucy Dreaming, please share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Tell me what you thought about it, or the creators, for instance, if you've read anything else they've done. If you've liked this video and found it informative, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for more comic book content, and don't forget to check out my other reviews and creator interviews. And until next time, read something good.